must ask you, we've remembered your co-compadres in the famous five lineup, Ormond, Johnston, and of course Smith. What do you remember about these kings of the game for us, Laurie?
Well, Gordon's the finest player I ever played with. That's it. I saw him playing his first game for the Hibs, and being a Hibs fan, I went to every game, and it was my ambition to play alongside him, and 3 or 4 years later that happened. Bobby Johnson, brilliant wee ball player. How he came from a rugby playing place, I do not know, because I couldn't see Bobby playing rugby, but he was a magnificent little footballer, a great head in him. Ned was the workhorse. This is Ned. Ned was the power of the forward line. Terrific shot, work rate, superb, and teamed up great with another wee pal of his from Falkirk, Willie Ormond. They were the gruesome twosome, I can assure you. Enjoyed themselves off the park every bit as much as on the park.
Well, this is what I was going to ask. How did the five of you all get on away from the game? Were you pals?
No, they were all different, you know. Like say, Ellar and Smithy, they kept themselves to themselves. Whereas Johnson, Norman and I,
they were the three.
We messed about. You know.
Now, you see, the thing, we often read about certain players in the modern game misbehaving. Were you guys ever, shall we say, naughty or get yourselves into trouble?
No. Never.
Tommy Preston, are you having any of that?
I was just telling, I'm sitting beside Ian Shaw, and Ian was our boss. And this man will agree, he was a great old guy, an old boy. And I remember one day we went up to Pittodrie, and we got gassed 4-0 or something. So outside the station at Aberdeen, there's a wee pub. So we're on the road, but we're all single at this time, mind. And we're on the road back, and the train left at 6 o'clock. We're only 2 trains a day in these days to Aberdeen, you know. And this train left Aberdeen at 6 o'clock at night to get back down to Edinburgh. So I said to Matt and Jeff, you know, Ormond and Johnson, I says, right, I'm not going on that train tonight. I'm going over there. If you want to join me, you know where to find me. Oh, no, we're going to train there. You know, I said, all right then. So anyway, I'm standing at the bar. And at the bar in those days, you know, it was all a kind of looking glass thing, and you could see who was coming in the door. So I'm standing there in a bottle of beer. And Christ, the next thing I see, in they come. So anyway, we have a great night at Aberdeen. We're dancing in the beach ballroom and what have you, you know. And we get the milk train down in the morning. That's true. So I'll need to stand up to perform this bit. So we get down the training in the morning. And I just open the door. And I'm like this is true. I'm like that. And the next thing, tap my shoulder, hey, up the stair. I thought, oh, Christ, here we go. So up I go. And I said, the old boss, oh, and he was a great old man, and I felt bad about this, but I thought, I'll get my blow in first. I'll get the first blow in. So I said to the old boss, I said, boss, I was in the forces, and if you stepped out of line in the forces, you're punished. I'll take my punishment. Well, that took the wind out of the old boss's sails, you know. Anyhow, he says to me, you're leading Norman and Johnson astray. Oh, I says, Christ, boss, come off. I said, I'm leading Norman and Johnson astray. He said, anyway, he pondered for a minute or two. He said, right, he says, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to punish. You know what I'm going to do? I says, no. He said, I'm going to write a letter to your mother. Now, wait a minute. You're all laughing. But see, in those days, if a letter come to your mother, And I said, boss, you know the first words my mother will say to me when she says, a letter? He says, no. She'll say, you've black affronted me. But that was the old boss. I'm writing a letter. Now, you all laughed. Oh, that wasn't any joke, because you respected your mother, you know. And that...
Laurie, did you ever get a letter home to your mother, Laurie?
No. Definitely not.
So just briefly, in essence, sum up your feelings for the club, Laurie.
Well, as I said before, I was born a Hibs supporter, and I'll die a Hibs supporter.
Yeah.
And the final words, Eddie Turnbull, Hibs?
Well, Hibs were the only senior club I played for, actually, you know. Because I was in the Navy, I came out, I never played football before I left school. And I come through here and joined the Hibs. And I was lucky, I got a break, I got in the first team quite early in my career. I never was out there, you know. And I spent most of my career there. I was there for a long, long number of years as a player. And I was trainer under the old boss. And that was another thing. I walked out one day, but I'll never forget about that.
You can't tell us half a story.
But no, Hibs are, that's the only club I played for, and I enjoyed all the time I was with Hibs. There were times I could have left, but the money wasn't good enough, so I stayed. Well, it's fair, isn't it? But no, I used to, you know, we played football. You talk, football's played down there. We played it down there, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Turnbull and Laurie Riley.
Thank you.